Hello and welcome back to Learn Music Theory with Nathan. Today's video is all about key signatures. So by the end of this video, you'll know what a key signature is, what they're used for, how to identify them, how to decipher them, and also how to use them in your playing. So before we look at the idea of a key signature, we need to separate what is a musical key with the generic thing we all know as a signature. We're going to put them together, then we'll have a working definition of a key signature, which will eliminate 99% of the confusion that comes up with this subject. Let's get started. So the way that I explain keys through music is using a video game analogy. Okay, let's say you're playing your favorite video game. Now, video games often have different levels, okay, or worlds, areas to explore. And in each one of those, you need to collect different items. There might be new moves to learn. There might be things you need to obtain or things you need to do to pass to the next level, and so on and so forth. Each key of music is also quite unique. The major scale formula tells us what notes are in that key. And so it gives us the musical landscape that we're operating in. Each key in music has its own distinct characteristics that are unique. They have different pitches, which of course you then build different chords from, and there's all sorts of different tools that a composer has within those pitches to convey the emotion to the listener. So the different keys are selected by composers because of the emotional response that they can elicit from the listener. So a song in G major, for example, will sound a lot different to a song in the musical world of D minor. As the great Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap says, D minor is the saddest of all keys. Okay, so now we understand the idea about a musical key, that it being its own musical world, okay? It's its own unique area with different notes and different possibilities emotionally that composers can use. Okay, so let's look at the idea of a signature. So we all know what a signature is, all right? You're waiting at home for the courier to arrive with a package. He arrives and says, "Sign here, please." And you do a bit of scribble, if it's anything like my signature, or you may write really nicely and cursively. But what you're doing is you're signifying that, yes, you are signing for it. You are you, this is me, I am signing for this package, thank you very much. Or if you're signing legal paperwork, for example, you often write your full name and then a signature to signify that you've written your name. It's getting a little bit Radar O'Reilly and MASH, I know, but it's the idea of you saying, yep, this is me, I am unique, here is my unique signature. Ultimately, though, it's a shortcut, and this is going to come in very handy. It's a shortcut. Rather than writing our name in full, we can just use a little signature, and it still signifies the same thing. Okay, so when we combine those two definitions, okay, we have the idea of a musical world, which is incredibly unique. Now, to signify how unique that is, and to give clear directions, again, music and sheet music is just instructions, okay, to the performer. We need to use a tool which explicitly says what the key is. Okay, so depending on what key the piece of music is written in, it will have a major scale that corresponds to it. Now, depending on what pitch you start on, if you follow the major scale formula, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, you will arrive at a certain group of notes. Now, those group of notes, or those individual notes, are unique to that musical world or musical key. Now we need a tool that's going to help visually express that, and so there's no confusion as to what key you are in or what musical world you are in. So composers use key signatures as a bit of a shortcut. There's that word again. And you can understand why, okay? Okay, so we're back. Here's some examples, all right? So we spoke about this idea of a key signature being a shortcut, yeah? So composers can use a key signature as a shortcut rather than having to write out all pieces of sharps and flats all over the place. Okay, it takes forever. So here's an example of that. This first one we've got here, all right? Here's our key signature. So that tells us that F, C, and G. F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Okay, F, C, and G all need to be F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp in this piece of music. Rather than having to put a C sharp here, 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 having to put an F sharp here, a G sharp here, a C sharp here, another G sharp here, okay, that's what we would have to do. We use a key signature. So you put it at the start of the piece of music, which is an instruction to the listener, to the musician, to make sure you play each of these notes, these Cs, as C sharps, etc. If we didn't do that though, this same 2-bar little phrase would look like this. Yeah? It's a lot cleaner to read by using a key signature. And when you're writing music, and when you're reading music especially, more than likely you'll be in a professional situation. You might be in a theatre pit, you could be on a session, and that kind of thing. So you want clarity. You want to be able to read it and know, okay, that's exactly what I'm asked to do. You want clear instructions, because time is money, okay? Let's look at this idea of some other key signatures, okay? So just disregard those on the right, that's just what this program does. So here we have no key signature. Okay, so we're in the key of C major. So if you see a piece of music like this, no key signature, it's C major or A minor. Come down here. This tells us that the F, C, and G, again, no matter what octave, so whether it's this F on the top line, or whether it's the F in the first space, okay, or the F underneath, or a high F up here, they have to be F sharps, okay, and the same with the other two notes as well. Moving on to another key here, which is C sharp major. So this has 7. So basically all the notes, bar 1, needs to be sharpened. No, in fact, all of them do. I tell a lie, all of them do. And then, so that's the sharp symbols. Now we look to the flat symbols. Okay, so we have a B flat here. This means that every B note, because B is on the middle line of the treble clef, needs to be a B flat. Again, that can be a low B flat down here, or even a high B flat up here. They need to be B flats. Doesn't matter what octave, every B note needs to be a B flat. And we look at this example as well. We're in the key of D flat, and the way I work that out very quickly is a little trick. I'm going to make another video. It should be up on the channel very soon as well about the rule of 7. Having said that, we look at this here. We've got all these here, B, E, A, D, and G. All of those notes need to be the flats of those notes. B flat, E flat, D flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. So how does this work for musicians? Well, it acts as a really, really strong reference point. First of all, you look at the key signature and you go, aha, I need to play these notes as sharps or flats, depending on what key you're in. It gives you an idea of, oh, okay, I'm playing in this musical world. Okay, we're in a major key. All right, that has certain emotional implications as well. Oh, we're in a minor key. Okay, this could be a little bit more emotive of a piece of music. Okay, so once the musician knows that, they have an understanding, okay, I'm in this key, and then they should know the major scale from that point. They should know the individual pitches, the notes that are going to sound right. And if they have more of an advanced knowledge of theory, they're going to know how to build the chords from those notes. They're going to start looking at formulas and tools that they can use to improvise over. All from this understanding of what musical world they're in. So in a sense, it's a device that musicians use to orient themselves in a particular musical world, and then they can understand the landscape with which the piece of music is operating in. Thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comment section below if this was helpful. And if you'd like me to make videos on any other music theory topic and explain it as simply as I can, please let me know and I'll be sure to do it for you. Take care. See you soon.